What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lumsden Motorsports Garage. I'm Wade Lumsden, and today it is currently Friday after work, so it's like almost 6 o'clock. And it's the day before Dirt Track Championship, so I've got tonight to get the car ready. We start racing at 5 o'clock tomorrow, drivers meetings at 4, and hot laps are at 4:10. So I'm hoping that I can get there early enough to get my, volunteer duties, board member duties stuff taken care of. That way I can actually get an opportunity to hot lap. Usually I don't get that opportunity to hot lap because I'm either running hot laps or something like that. But, is what it is. Still got lots of work to do. You can see the chaos on the car is still kind of building up here. But now that I have daylight, I'm going to go make some noise. Last video I talked about needing to trim down the collar on this Heim joint right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I do need to do tires. My air compressor is super noisy, but I think that's going to end up happening later tonight or early tomorrow for tires. Just because I want to make sure the car is ready to go. Worst case scenario, I can always build tires at the racetrack because I'm building them by hand here or I'm building them by hand there. So worst case scenario, tires at the racetrack. But we're gonna just do the best that we can. Hopefully we can get the car completely buttoned up tonight and ready to rock and roll. I don't know if I'll get it loaded because, again, noise. I mean, it is Friday night. I should be able to fire this thing up at like 11 o'clock at night and nobody care, but I try not to be that neighbor, Anyways, let's get to work. Okay, so I kind of messed up here. I completely forgot about this. I actually discovered it last night. I was checking out my brakes and stuff, and my brake fitting down here was moving and leaking, and so I tightened that back up. But I also found another loose one over on the left rear here, and that one was leaking as well. And they both got a little bit of wear damage, kind of where the fitting meets the hose there. I've done my best. I've been by myself here, so I used a broom to reach in and pump the brake and see if I could see anything leaking and anything like that. But just to be safe, I completely forgot. I wanted to run to Summit real quick and grab one new rear brake line and one new front brake line. To have. I think when my girlfriend gets home, I'll be able to shove her in the car and get her to step on it and see if it leaks or not. But because they do look a little bit worn, I don't know. Depending on how that test goes. If it's leaking, obviously I'm going to change it. If it's not leaking, I might leave it on there and then just bring the brake lines with me as a spare in case something happens to them. We'll see, but I need to actually run to Summit and get those parts real quick. But I figured it was the end of the day, so I got home and I figured I'd have myself a beer, a root beer, Dad's root beer. So before I go, I kind of like Dad's. I like root beer. Root beer is good. What's your favorite root beer? Comment down below. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to run to the parts store. I'll be back. We'll be able to hit this thing pretty hard. So, all right, talked about it, I think, in the last video and briefly mentioned it earlier. I went ahead and trimmed off this collar here. You can see how much more it will rotate over, just to give me, so when this compresses, whoop, it makes the angle on this steeper, right? So therefore it leans it over like so. So that gives it more clearance that direction. That is more than enough. Happy with that. Got brake lines. They weren't exactly the ones that I wanted, but they will work. So get out of there. Trying to get them out of the bag, fighting with it. But yeah, got me some rubber coated braided brake hose. I'm sorry if they look it up, it's brake hose. I think I was over here doing another little test here, and the front still seems to be okay. The rear, I believe, is leaking still. So probably definitely gonna have to change the one in the rear. Alrighty guys, quick update. It is currently, oh man, 5 minutes to midnight. I got this side all put together. My nose still is not in great shape, but I straightened it out a little bit. And I got the bumper starting to get welded on. I still need to weld the sleeve portions. I still need to even take it off. I just got this kind of tacked up there, and then I put a couple good welds where I could reach. I still got to take it off so I can weld completely around the pipes. But the front bumper is almost done. Again, not perfect, but you know, it'll do the job, and it's legal. You know, it's legal. It sits where it needs to sit. I greased up everything. Oil change is 100% done. Transmission fluids all done. I have not changed the fluid in the rear end yet. I like to do it when it's on the ground. Dump it and then refill it with it on the ground rather than up in the air like this, because the rear end kind of sits at a angle there. But I also double checked all my 4 bars. I nut and bolt checked everything. Everything's looking good so far. I got my T-bar in place. Had to add some extra rivets because the deck panel where the rivets went through it was all ripped out. Again, not exactly beautiful, but it's gonna get the job done. My air cleaner is all cleaned up and ready to rock and roll. I've just got it sitting there. Look at that. Carburetor. I did a little bit of maintenance on my carburetor. The little cams for your squirters. I went ahead. You can kind of see the white lithium grease down there. I cleaned those up and put some new white lithium grease in there. Yeah, everything I think is everything is coming along. I'm tripping and falling over my welding leads here. I charged up my transponder. I just need to get it put on the car. Let's see here. Now I'm throwing stuff on the ground. I went and bought fuel today. I do still need to change out. Yeah, I do still need to change out my ignition switch. I keep putting it off. Probably gonna put it off again. Hopefully things go well the first night, and then that's something I can do for the second night. If not, it's not a huge deal. I do still have my safety, the big one, the main power cut off up on top of the deck. That's the really important one, because that's the one that people are going to need to be able to reach if something happens. So again, I mean, I really hate not having that switch, but I will do with what I do with. I bought brake lines. I'm like 95% sure I'm gonna have to change the one here on the left rear. If I look down here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm pretty sure it's got a leak. But got the brake lines. I felt the brakes. They feel okay. I don't have the assistance that I need to bleed the brakes, so I'm going to end up taking it with me, and that's probably going to be something I do at the racetrack when you know, I think, well, my brother works tomorrow, but I should be able to snag somebody to get them to jump in there so I can bleed the brakes after changing the brake line. So I'll probably do that tomorrow at the racetrack. Man. What else? I think that's about it for right now. I still got the whole trailer to clean up. I still got tires to do. Probably going to be doing that tomorrow. But for right now, that's where we're at. I'm going to keep working here, and I will give you another update before I end the night. All right, guys. Last update for the evening, I think, here. It is currently 1:30 in the morning, and car is mostly ready to go. Still got a bunch of stuff on top of it, but bumpers patched together and on. Pretty much everything is done except for tires, that brake line, and changing the fluid in the rear end. So that's gonna be tomorrow's stuff. I need to go get some sleep. I'll get up. I already went out and hooked the truck up to the trailer, so that's good to go. Yeah, I should be able to get this stuff buttoned up fairly quickly tomorrow, and get out of here. So I'm hoping. Okay, so last race I ran out of tear-offs, but luckily I found a set of tear-offs that were they were like that much too short to go on my helmet. And I put a little slice in them with a knife and shoved those on the helmet. But hopefully I remember tomorrow that I need to stop off at Summit and get some more tear-offs, because that's all I got left. Is I think I used up a couple of those too, so I probably got anywhere from 6 to 8 tear-offs left on my helmet, and that's it. And I got 2 nights of racing, and it's I got 2 nights of racing, and I think I'm gonna be pulling double duty again, running the bootlegger as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Here we go, guys. Dirt Track Championship. Hoping for a good weekend. So all right, instead of continually mumbling at you, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions, comments, concerns down below. What else? Lumsden Motorsports Facebook page. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And I guess the next stuff you'll see will be race day. So catch you next video.